Good morning students, welcome back to online class. So today I am going to give the revision from the history lesson. Okay, history lesson unit 6 we can check. Okay, title of the lesson is Early Revolts Against British Rule in Tamil Nadu. Okay, in this lesson, already I discussed you people. Okay, you had written the test also, I think so. Okay, in the initial stage, early stage, okay, when it was reopening time, you people learned, I think so, this lesson. So once again, I am going to give the revision. Okay, so introduction part you can check it, children. Yes, page number 63 you can take it. Yes, page number 63, take it everyone. Okay, the introduction, what is given in the sense, the British people. Okay, so the British people, they got a success, yes, in the Carnatic Wars. So 3 Carnatic Wars were broke out. Okay, the first Carnatic War duration. Okay, the first Carnatic War duration 1744 to 1744 to 48. This is the first Carnatic War duration. Okay, the second Carnatic War duration 1749 to 1754. This is the second Carnatic War duration. Okay, then the last is the last one in the sense 1754 otherwise 54 to 63. This is the last Carnatic War. Okay, so this is the duration of the Carnatic Wars. In these wars and all, who got a success? The British people got a success. Okay, who got a failure? The French people. Okay, the French company, they got a failure from the hands of the British people. Okay, so the British people, after the completion of the Carnatic Wars, they were started to consolidate in the sense, strengthen. Okay, they were started to strengthen their power and influence. So that's what they were started to collect the revenue. Revenue, what is the meaning? Taxes. Okay, taxes from the Palayakaras. From the Palayakaras in the sense, in the lower class itself, you might have learned, I think, in Tamil Nadu level. Okay, some chieftains are there. So, head of the lands. Okay, head of the lands in the Tamil country, such as Velu Naichiyar, Veerapandiya Kattabomman, Marudu brothers, Theeran Chinnamalai. Is those people only, they were called as Palayakarar. Okay, so the English East India Company, yes, they were started to collect the taxes from those Palayakaras. Okay, so that time, that Palayakaras, they were against the British activities. So this war was known as Palayakara War. Okay, so the main thing who was first agitated against the British in the sense, Pulithevar. Yes, Pulithevar of Nerkattum Seval. Yes, Nerkattum Seval, that's the name of the place. Okay, it is located in Tirunelveli district. Okay, children. Yes. So, in this lesson, what are the questions are given? Yes, what are the questions are? This is the introduction which is given in your book, children. Okay, the Palayam in the sense, the next it is given. Okay, page number 63, you can check it, children. The word Palayam means a domain. Yes, a domain. Domain in the sense, an area. Yes, an area of territory. An area of territory. Yes, the Palayam means domain. That's a military camp, or we can tell a little kingdom. Little kingdom. Yes, the Palayakaras, in other words also we can tell polygar, otherwise known as polygar. Yes, polygar. Yes, likewise only the British people referred them. That's what I am telling. Palayakar, that's a Tamil word. Is how the British people referred them in the sense, polygar, like that. Okay. Yes. So under this system, Palayakara system is there. Under this system, Palayam was given for valuable military services rendered by any individual. So, in first time, this type of the Palayakara system was practiced during the time of the, yes, one word answer, children. The Palayakara system is in the initial stage, it was practiced during the period of Pratapa Rudrava of Warangal in Kakatiya kingdom. In Kakatiya kingdom. Yes. So likewise it's given. Then this system was put in place in Tamil Nadu. Is in Tamil Nadu Yes, during the time of Vishwanatha Nayaka. Yes, Vishwanatha Nayaka during the period, 1529. Yes, 1529 with the support of his minister Aryanadar. Yes, this system was introduced. Which system was introduced? Palayakarar system was introduced. Yes, totally in Tamil Nadu. Yes, how many Palayakaras were there? 72 Palayakaras were there. Okay, children. Yes. So now I am going to revise about the question answers. Yes, question answers. In the question answers, what are the things are given? The first question is, what were the duties of the Palayakaras? Just before I said Palayakaras in the sense, who are they? Is this system whose period it was introduced in Tamil Nadu, like that also I told the children. Now, what are the duties of the Palayakarar? Okay, the first question is answer. It is in page number 63. Okay, 63 it is given, children. You can check it, children. Okay, the Palayakaras. Yes, what is the answer in this sense? You can check it. Page number 63. 1, 2, 3. Yes, third para it is given, children. The Palayakarar were free to collect the revenue. Yes, were free. Yes, they have the right to collect the taxes. Revenue, what is the meaning? Taxes. And the administer the territory. Administer, what is the meaning? In the sense, they can rule over the particular territory and they can settle the disputes. Okay, disputes in the sense, what is the meaning? Fight. Disputes, what is the meaning? Fight. Fight and maintain law and order. So totally 4 duties they have. Yes, the Palayakaras, they have 4 duties. The one was collection of revenue. Collection of revenue in the sense, collection of taxes. Okay. Then second one is administer the particular territory. Administer the kingdom. Okay. Administer the particular area. Okay. That's the thing. Second one. Third thing, settle disputes. Yes, disputes in the sense, conflicts also we can tell. Conflicts, otherwise fights also we can tell. Okay, settle disputes. And last one, they should maintain law and order. So actually nowadays, who is maintaining the law and order duty? Police people. Is it? So police department only, they were doing the the law and order duty. Likewise, the Palayakaras, they done the maintenance of law and order. So their duties, their police duties were known as Padikaval. Yes, their duties, their police duties. So they were maintaining law and order. No. So that duties were known as Padikaval, otherwise called as Arasu Kaval. So this much only, children. The first one is what were the duties of the Palayakarar. The first one, the Palayakarar, what is the duty in the sense? 4 duties are there. The first one is collection of revenue, collection of taxes, like that you can understand. The next one is administer the territory. They can rule over the particular area. They can rule over the territory. Yes, that's the meaning. The third one is settle the disputes. Settle disputes, what is the meaning? Yes, settle disputes in the sense, conflicts, otherwise fights. Okay, these people only, they have to settle the, settle the disputes, otherwise conflicts, otherwise fights. Then next one is maintaining law and order. Their police duties were known as Padikaval or Arasu Kaval. Yes, this much only. So these are the duties of the Palayakarar. Okay. The next question, what is that in the sense? Next question, what is that, children? Yes, Palayams based on the division of West and East. So East and West Palayams were there. So what are the places were there? Yes, what are the places were there? So once again I am reading the questions. So identify the Palayams. Yes, Palayam in the sense, I told you, children, domain. Okay, a military camp or little kingdom. Yes, little kingdoms. Identify the Palayams based on the division of East and West. Okay, so what are the Palayams are there? Yes, what are the places are there? We can check, children. So Eastern and Western Palayam. Just before, when I gave the introduction, I told 72 Palayakaras are there. So 72 Palayakaras are there in this sense. 72 Palayams were there. That's the meaning. Okay, so Eastern Palayam and Western Palayam, like that they were divided. So Eastern side, so very limited Palayams only given. Very limited the Palayams only given, places only given here children. So the main thing only they were given, main places. So eastern Palayams were Satur. Yes, Satur, name of the places alone given children. Satur, Nahalapuram, Yettayapuram and Panjalam Kurichi. Yes, so they were the prominent Palayams, okay, eastern Palayams. And the western Palayams, what are the very famous Palayams in the sense? Udumalai, yes, Talavan Kotai, Naduvakurichi, Singampatti and Seidur. So these are the Palayams were there. So once again we can recollect children. The eastern Palayams were Satur, Nahalapuram, Yettayapuram and Panchalam-Kurichi. Only 4 places are there. Yes, only 4 places. Here under that it is given western Palayams, Udumalai. Yes, Udumalai, Talavan Kotai, Naduvakurichi. Yes, name of the places alone children, Singampatti and Seidur. So these are the important Palayams which were there in Tamil Nadu in the eastern as well as western side. Okay. So the third question, what it is telling, we can see children. Third question is, what was the significance of Battle of Kalakkadu? Yes, in the Kalakkadu battle, what happened? Okay, the Kalakkadu battle is in your book, page number 64 it is given children. Page number 64, you can take it children. Under the heading of Kalakkadu battle, you can check it, the significance of the Battle of Kalakkadu. Page number 64, take it children. You can check it under the heading of Kalakkadu. The Nawab. Yes, in the initial stage itself it is given children. Yes, the Nawab. The Nawab in the sense who? Yes, the Nawab in the sense what's the name? What was the name of the Nawab in the sense? Muhammad Ali. Yes, he was the Nawab that time. Okay, the Nawab Muhammad Ali sent an additional contingent. Yes, contingent, what is that in the sense? A group of Sipais. Yes, contingent, what is that? A group of Sipais, otherwise a group of army. Yes, to Mahfuz Khan. It's the name of the person. And reinforced in the sense strengthened. Yes, in order to strengthen the army. Okay, so Mahfuz Khan, he came with his army to Tirunelveli. So that time only Muhammad Ali sent an additional army, additional group of Sipais to Mahfuz Khan. Okay, so that's the thing. Besides the 1,000 Sipais of company, Mahfuz Khan received 600 more sent by the Nawab. Already he came with the 1,000 Sipais of the company. Again the Nawab, Muhammad Ali, sent 600 more sent by the Nawab. So he sent 600 more Sipais. To whom? Mahfuz Khan. Okay. He also had the support of cavalry. Yes, so cavalry was there along with him. Foot soldiers are there. Yes, they came from Carnatic. Okay, so before Mahfuz Khan, yes, who stood there in the sense? Pulithevar. Yes, so could station his troops near Kalakkadu. 2,000 soldiers from Travancore joined the forces of Pulithevar. Yes, so from Pulithevar, he got a support from Travancore government. Yes, 2,000 soldiers. So here only 1,600 soldiers are there, Sipais are there. Here 2,000 soldiers are there. So in the Battle of Kalakkadu, Mahfuz Khan troops, were routed in the sense defeated. Routed in the sense, what is the meaning? Defeated. Here nothing is there, children. Once again I am telling the Nawab. Yes, the Nawab in the sense who? Muhammad Ali. So already the Mahfuz Khan, he came towards Tirunelveli in order to control the Palayakaras. Yes, so he came from where? He came to Tirunelveli. Yes, so with 600 only, 600 more, sent by. So this person, came with 1,000 Sipais of the company. Yes. So when he came into some other area, Madurai, when he crossed Madurai, 600 soldiers he got it from the Nawab. Okay. But here, moreover, he had cavalry support, foot soldier support. Yes, everything is there, Mahfuz Khan. Here, when he reached near the Kalakkadu, 2,000 soldiers from Travancore government joined the forces of Pulithevar. So Pulithevar, he got more support from the Travancore government. So in the battle of Kalakkad, the Mahfuz Khan troops, had they were routed, like that it is given. Routed, what is the meaning? Routed, what is the meaning, children? Defeated. Yes. So here who got a success? Pulithevar got a success. So this is the battle of Kalakkad. Okay, so this much only, children. The next question, what is there in the sense? What was the bone of contention between company as well as the Kattapomman? Okay, company and Kattapomman. Bone of contention. Okay, so which page number it is given, children? Page number 66. Your answer is there. You can check it. Yes, 66. The rebellion of Veerapandiya Kattapomman Pera. Yes, those who did not mark, you can mark it now, children. Yes, the rebellion. Yes, the rebellion of Veerapandiya Kattapomman Pera. It is there, children. You can check it. Okay, so here what is given in the sense, the last before 8 lines are there. Yes, the last before 8 lines, the company onwards, you can start. The company had thus gained. Yes, gained, like that it is given, etc. See, the company in the sense English East India Company. Okay, the English East India Company, they thus gained, like that it is given. They got the right. Yes, that's the meaning. Thus gained in the sense they got the right to collect the taxes from Panchalam Kurichi. Yes, Panchalam Kurichi, who was the Palayakarar in the sense Kattapomman. Yes, Veerapandiya Kattapomman was the Palayakarar of Panchalam Kurichi. The British company people, they got a right to collect the taxes from Panchalam Kurichi. So the company appointed its collectors. Okay, so in order to collect the taxes, the British people, the British company, they were appointed the collectors to collect the taxes from all the palayams, So totally how many palayams were there? 72 palayams. So 72 palayams were there. The collectors, what they did in the sense is, they have to collect the taxes. That's what they were started to humiliate the Palayakarras. Yes, they humiliate the Palayakarras. So that's what they were followed, adapted in the sense, followed many methods. Okay, adapted, forced to collect the taxes. Which method they were followed? Forcing method. Forcing method they were followed. So this was the bone of contention between English people as well as the Kattapomman. So what what type of the methods they were followed to collect the taxes? In the sense, they were followed the force method to collect the taxes. This was the reason, this was the bone of contention between the English and the Kattapomman. So once again I am telling children this one. So what was the bone of contention between company and the Kattapomman in the sense, the company, they got a right, thus gained, like that it is given, no children. Yes, they got a right to collect the taxes from Panchalam Kurichi. That's what they were appointed number of collectors to collect the taxes from the Palayams. So actually I told, just before I told you the 72 Palayams were there. The collectors humiliated. Yes, the collectors, they were, they were told this and that, this even couldn't pay, like that, words and all they were used. Yes, they were humiliated, the Palayakaras, and adapted in the sense they were followed the force method to collect the taxes. So this was the bone of contention between, yes, this was the bone of contention between the English as well as the Kattapomman. Okay, so this much only it is given, children. Easily you can understand, I think so. Okay, the last question is, 2 mark answer. Fifth question is, the highlight the essence of Tiruchirappalli Proclamation. Yes, Tiruchirappalli Proclamation, which year it was signed? In the sense 1801 it was signed, children. Yes, this one it is given. Yes, which page number? In the sense 68. Yes, page number 68, one para is there. Proclamation of 1801. Yes, proclamation. Proclamation in the sense announcement. Okay, yes, announcement of 1801. What was the announcement? What was the proclamation? Yes, the proclamation of 1801 was an early call to the Indians to unite against the British. So the Palayakaras, everybody, they were united together. They were united together against the British. Okay, cutting across the region. So without color, creed, sects and religion, they were joined together against the British, So there was proclamation. Yes, this proclamation in the sense 1801 proclamation was pasted on the walls of Nawab's palace in Trichy, yes, in Tiruchirappalli fort, and on the walls of Sri Rangam temple. Okay, and on the walls of Sri Rangam temples and all, they were pasted. Yes, what was pasted? Yes, what was pasted, children? So these people, the Palayakars, everyone, they were joined together against the British, without checking the caste, color, creed, section, the sex as well as religion. Yes, so that such a proclamation, was pasted on the walls of Sri Rangam temple as well as the Nawab's palace. Okay, many Palayakaras of Tamil country, they were marched together, rallied in the sense they were marched. Okay, they were marched together to fight against the British. So that time, Chinna Marudu, yes, Chinna Marudu, Periya Marudu, they were together, they were the twin brothers, they were known as Marudu brothers. Okay, the Chinna Marudu collected nearly 2,000 men to challenge the English army. Yes, 2,000 men, he collected. Yes, the army he collected. So British reinforcements in the sense British army. Yes, the British army were rushed in the sense they came from Bengal, Ceylon and Malaya. Okay, the British army also, the English people army also, they came, rushed in the sense came from Bengal, is Ceylon and Malaya. Yes, the Raja of Pudukkottai, Ettayapuram and Tanjavur, yes, they were in favor of British. So whomever was favor of British in the sense Pudukkottai Raja, Ettayapuram Raja and Tanjavur Raja also, they were the supporters of British. So the British people, what they did in the sense finally, the divide and rule policy followed by the British, they were split the forces of Palayakaras zone. Okay, what is the meaning divide and rule policy? They were divided the Palayakaras by telling this and that, by telling their religion, by telling their caste. They were divided. That's a divide and rule policy followed by the British people. Split the forces, the Palayakaras soon, like that it is given. Yes, once again I am telling children. The proclamation of 1801, it is given here. Yes, it was an early call. So they were called, yes, all the Indians, they were joined together against the British, like they're cutting across the region, caste, creed, religion. So the proclamation, such a proclamation passed in the year 1801 is very important. So this proclamation was pasted on the walls of Sri Rangam temple as well as the Nawab's palace. Okay, so many Palayakaras of Tamil country, they were marched together and fight against the British. Okay, so Chinna Marudu alone, he collected 20,000 men to challenge English army, like that it is given. The British army also they got from, otherwise they came from, Bengal. Yes, Bengal, Ceylon and Malaya. So at the same time, who are the supporters of the British army? The Raja of Pudukkottai, Raja of Ettayapuram, as well as Raja of Tanjavur also, they were the supporters of British. So that time, the British people, what policy they were followed against Palayakaran in the sense divide and rule policy. Divide and rule policy, by telling this and that, by telling against their caste, by telling against their religion, they were splitted the Palayakaras. Yes, that's a thing. So 5 questions over, children. So one more essay, only one essay I am going to explain. The next class, I will continue the same lesson. The 2 answers I will explain in detail answer later I will explain. Okay, so this alone I am going to explain. This is very tough, like that you taught in the classes. Okay, so I told you to follow the guide answer. Okay, so limited points enough, like that we instructed children. So that one, like a story I am going to tell. Okay, so attempt an essay of the heroic fight of Veerapandiya Kattapamman conducted against East India Company. Yes, so what was the heroic fight? Yes, is in the olden days, you watched the film named Veerapandiya Kattapamman, I think so. Is it? So in that film, you know, his speech was very famous. Veerapandiya Kattapamman's and Jackson's speech was very famous. Is it? So that one, it is not given here. Actually, what has happened is what was happened. It is given in your book, children. That only I am going to discuss with you. Okay. Then this is the sixth one answer, children, where it is available in the sense page number 66 and 61 it is given. Okay, nearly 5 paragraphs. Okay, under the 5 paragraphs it is given, the answer is given, children. You can understand now. Okay, so confrontation with Jackson is confrontation. What is the meaning of confrontation? In the sense conflict, fight. Okay, fight with the Jackson. Okay, the land. So Kattapamman in early period is early period in the sense in the year 1798. Yes, he had some fees arrear. Okay, yes, he had some fees arrear. How much fee, revenue fee he has to pay to the British government? In the sense 3,310 pagodas. Nowadays rupee, like that we are telling, no, that time in Polyakaran 1798, those time another pagodas, their coins, namely pagodas. Okay, so 3,310 pagodas he has to pay to British government. Yes, so arrear was there. So the collector Jackson, you know, this person was an arrogant person. Arrogant in the sense haughty, pidivadamana, that's a person. Okay, so that's a meaning. Okay, arrogant in the sense haughty collector. Okay, haughty collector, heavyweight person. Okay, English officer. He wanted to send an army to collect the revenue dues, but the Madras government, you know, did not give him a permission. Yes, he thought to collect the taxes by sending this army, but you know, Madras government, you know, did not give the permission, like that it is given. So August month 1798, 18th August, what happened, you know, he ordered Kattapamman to meet him in Ramanathapuram. Yes, so let him come and meet me, like that he ordered. Okay, who ordered? Jackson ordered. But Kattapamman's, you know, yes, but Kattapamman's attempt is 3 times, nearly is 3 times, you know, he was waited for meeting of Jackson, but he couldn't meet Jackson. Okay, Kattapamman was waiting, but you know, he couldn't meet Jackson. Yes, here it is given, children. Yes, what is given in the sense, see, between. Yes, see here it is given to meet him in between. Proved futile. What is meaning? What is the meaning of futile? In the sense useless. He was waiting for a long time for Jackson. Yes, but you know, it was useless, like that it is given to give him an audience. What is meant by audience? In the sense to meet him. Okay, both in Kuttalam also he waited, and Srivilliputtur also he was waited for a long time. But at last an interview was granted, and Kattapamman met Jackson in Ramanathapuram. Yes, in Ramanadu, you know, Ramanathapuram, otherwise Ramanadu district, you know, he was waiting. He met Jackson on 19th September 1798. Okay, so it is said that Kattapamman had to wait for how many hours he waited? In the sense 3 hours he waited. 3 hours he waited before the haughty collector Jackson. Haughty in the sense, just before only I said, heavyweight person, arrogant person, who in the sense collector Jackson. Okay, so that time when he was waiting, Kattapamman, you know, he sensed danger. Okay, sensing danger in the sense he sensed around the danger. Then Kattapamman tried to escape along with his minister Siva Subramanianar. So from this, you know, we can understand. So minister of Kattapamman was Siva Subramanianar. Okay, so who was the minister of Kattapamman? Siva Subramanianar. Okay, so then Umaithurai, suddenly Umaithurai, one of the brother of Kattapamman children. Okay, Umaithurai suddenly entered. Yes, suddenly entered the fort with his men. Yes, with his army he entered and helped the escape of Kattapamman. Kattapamman also escaped. So at the gate of Ramanathapuram fort, you know, there was a clash. There was a clash in the sense, what is that? Fight. Okay, there was a clash in the sense, what is that? Fight. So in that fight, you know, Lieutenant Clark was killed. Lieutenant Clark was killed. Okay, here it is given. Lieutenant Clark was given like that. Clark spelling you can check it, children. Lieutenant. Sorry. Yeah, Lieutenant Clark was killed. Then Siva Subramanianar, he was taken prisoner. Yes, he went to jail, but Kattapomman alone escaped in this conflict. Otherwise, in this clash, who died? Who lost his life in the sense? The British person, Lieutenant Clark, he was killed. So, the next what is given? Yes, this much only given in the under the confrontation with the Jackson. Okay, confrontation in the sense, what is the meaning? Conflict, like that I said. Okay, children. The next what is given? Yes, next what is given in the sense, appearance before Madras Council. Appearance before Madras Council. Appearance before Madras Council, under this para, what are the things are given in the sense? On his return to Panjalanguruchi. He returned to Panjalanguruchi. Kattapomman returned to Panjalanguruchi. He represented to the Madras Council and he was explained. Yes, so in front of the Madras Council, he was telling everything. Yes, how he was ill-treated by the collector Jackson. Everything he was explained. Okay, the council also, the Madras Council, what they were telling in the sense, they were telling to Kattapomman to appear before a committee with William Brown. No, you need not tell everything here. You have to meet William or that committee. Yes, the committee has consisted William Brown, William Warham, and John Casa Major. So these members are there. You have to explain everything, whatever it was happened for you. Ill treatment also you have to explain, like that they were telling. So that time, Governor Edward Clive, what he did in the sense, he ordered the release of Sivasubramanianar. Just before I said Sivasubramanianar, he was the minister. Yes, he was the minister of Kattapomman. He was released from the jail. Okay, so and the suspension of Collector Jackson. Okay, Jackson, he got a suspension from the hands of Edward Clive. He was the governor that time. That's what. So the Kattapomman, appeared before the Kattapomman appeared before the committee that sat on 15th December 1798 and reported. Yes, and he told everything, whatever transpired. Yes, transpired in the sense, whatever happened. Okay, without hiding anything, he told everything with the whom? In the council, he told. Okay, so at that time, Jackson also dismissed from service. First suspension, now, they were dismissed totally. They were dismissed from the service. Sorry, children. Okay, so totally dismissed. Then and a new collector was appointed. Yes, the collector name, what is that in the sense? S.R. Lusington. S.R. Lusington was appointed. Okay, S.R. Lusington was appointed. The collector was appointed. The new collector was appointed. Yes. So here what is given? So Kattapomman cleared almost all the arrears. Okay, here it is given, children. Kattapomman cleared all the arrears, all the revenue arrears, leaving only a balance. So how much arrear was there in the early stage? 3,310 pagodas were there. Is it now how much was there? Yes, 1,080 pagodas. 1,080 pagodas. Okay, so the next what is given in the sense? Kattapomman. Yes, Kattapomman and the Confederacy of Palayakaras. So in the meantime, he reached here in the Tirunelveli area. Yes, he reached Panjalanguruchi area and he reached. Yes, Panjalanguruchi belongs to Tirunelveli district, children. That's what I told, like that. So in the meantime, Marudhu Pandiyar of Sivagangai is the Marudhu brothers, Chinna Marudhu as well as Periya Marudhu, those people, those Palayakaras, everyone, they were formed the South Indian Confederacy of Rebels. Yes, rebels, people you know very well. Is it those who are creating the rebellions? Okay, those who are planned for rebellions. So rebels against the British with the neighboring Palayakaras like Gopala Nayak of Tindukal. Yes, Yadul Nayak of Anamalai. Yes, those people, everybody, they were joined with the Marudhu brothers. So Marudhu Pandiyar acted as its leader. So in this, Kattapomman interested to join with this confederacy. Confederacy in the sense, Kootamaipu. Okay, yes, in that conference, confederacy, Kattapomman was interested. Yes, he has much more interested to join with this confederacy, but the collector Lusington, new collector, no, I said no. Yes, S.R. Lusington was appointed. So collector prevented and this is he stopped. Okay, he stopped Kattapomman from meeting Marudhu brothers, but Marudhu brothers and Kattapomman, jointly decided on a confrontation with the British. Okay, yes, so we should be against the British, like that they were decided. So Kattapomman tried to influence. Okay, Kattapomman, he was trying to influence Sivagiri Palayakarar. But Sivagiri Palayakarar, Kattapomman don't know Sivagiri Palayakaras, they were paying the arrears. Yes, they were paying the arrears revenues to the British government. Yes, so they were the friends. Okay, so Kattapomman advanced towards Sivagiri, but the Palayakaras of Sivagiri was a tributary to the company. Tributary in the sense they were paying the taxes to the company. So the company considered the expedition in the sense arrival. Okay, here arrival, the such a meaning only we have to tell. Arrival of Kattapomman as a challenge to their English authority. So the company, what they said in the sense, they were ordered the army to march on to Tirunelveli. Yes, so the company's army also were marched towards Tirunelveli. Kattapomman also coming, yes, to talk with the Sivagiri Palayakarar. Yes, so that time what happened in the sense, the siege in the sense capture. Okay, siege in the sense, what is the meaning? Capture of Panjalam Kurichi. So in May month, what happened? 1799. Yes, Lord Wellesley issued the orders from Madras for the advance of forces, arrival of forces from Trichy, Tanjavur and Madurai to Tirunelveli. So Major Bannerman, commanded the troops, okay, under the leadership of Bannerman, they were coming. The Travancore troops to join. The Travancore forces also joined with the British. So once upon a time, they were helped to Pulithevar. Now they were joined with the British people. Okay, so on September 1, 1799, what happened? An ultimatum was served. Ultimatum in the sense order. Ultimatum, what is the meaning? Order. Yes, order was served on Kattapomman to surrender. Okay, so to surrender. Then Kattapomman's evasive reply prompted in the sense cast banner. So Kattapomman, so he passed his number of commands against them. So that's what, it cast Bannerman to attack his fort, is Panjalam Kurichi fort. So Bannerman, moved his entire army to Panjalam Kurichi on 5th September. So they cut off all the communications to the fort. Okay, so the fort, without have any communication, it was there. Okay, so easily they can attack, easily they can enter into the fort. So Bannerman deputed in the sense appointed. Deputed, what is the meaning, children? Appointed. Yes, appointed Ramalinganar. Yes, Ramalinganar. One person he was appointed, Bannerman. Yes, appointed Ramalinganar to convey a message. Asking Kattapomman to surrender. Okay, so Kattapomman வந்து surrender பண்ண சொல்றாங்க. சரணடைய சொல்றாங்க. Okay, so Bannerman appointed a person, namely Ramalinganar, to convey a message. Through Ramalinganar, he was getting the message, but even though Kattapomman, was neglected everything. So Bannerman decided the strategy of the operation in a clash of Kallarpatti. Yes, in a clash of Kallarpatti. See here it is given, in a clash at Kallarpatti, Sivasubramanianar was taken. Sivasubramanianar, who in the sense, he was the minister of Kattapomman. Okay, so in a clash at Kallarpatti, Sivasubramanianar was taken as a prisoner. Okay, was taken a prisoner. Then next para, what is given? Execution. Yes, execution in the sense they were killed, murder. Execution, this is the last para, children. Okay, so this question only lengthy. Okay, other questions are all small only. Okay, but like a story, people can understand, children. Okay, execution of Kattapomman. Yes, murder of Kattapomman, when it was happened in the sense 1799 it was happened, children. So Kattapomman escaped to Pudukottai. Okay, Kattapomman escaped to Pudukottai. The British people, they were announced prize money on his head. Yes, so this is the Panjalam Kurichi fort. Okay, when you are getting the time, you can visit this place. Okay, so this belongs to Kattapomman. Okay, so this person, the British people, they were announced a prize for his head. Okay, so that time, okay, so betrayed in the sense betrayal of trust. Okay, betrayal of trust, Nambikai Drogam. Yes, that's the meaning. Okay, betrayed by the Raja of Etayapuram and Pudukottai. Yes, Raja of Etayapuram as well as Pudukottai, they were the supporters of the British people, we know very well. Yes, so Kattapomman was finally captured. Yes, so Sivasubramanianar was executed in the sense murdered at Nagalapuram on 13th September. So Bannerman made a mockery. Yes, mockery of trial. Yes, mockery in the sense Keli Kuthu. Yes, that's the meaning. Made a mockery. He passed number of commands against Kattapomman. Okay, so trial for when he was trialing Kattapomman in front of the Palayakaras on 16th October. During the trial, Kattapomman bravely, he admitted, he was accepted all the charges leveled against him. So Kattapamman was hanged. Yes, so it was a pathetic situation, children. So Kattapamman was hanged from a tamarind tree. Yes, from a tamarind tree. Yes, a tamarind tree. Yes, Kattapamman was hanged from a tamarind tree in the old fort of Kayathar. It was where Kayathar, where it is located, is in Kayathar area only. Nowadays, Ramco cement factories are there. Is it? So on the way, on the way of Tirunelveli, we can check that one. Yes, everything through Kovilpatti. If we go in the sense, we can visit these places and all. We can check these places. Kayathar is very closer to Tirunelveli, in front of the fellow in the sense co-Palayakaras. Along with other Palayakaras, he was hanged, and thus ended the life of celebrated Palayakaras of Panjalam, Kurichi. So nowadays also many folk ballads are there. நிறைய நாட்டுப்புற கதைகள் உள்ளன. That's the meaning. Many folk ballads are there, and Kattapamman helped keep his memory alive among the people. So this and all you people need not tell, is need not write till this much. You people can write. Thus ended this much. Okay. Yes. Okay, children, the next class we can meet. Okay, in the next class, remaining questions, so second and third detail, plus next lesson I will give the revision. Okay, children? Yes? Thank you, children.